As you hear these words, something profound is already shifting within you. A hidden door you didn't even know existed has just unlocked. You may not fully see it yet, but a new dimension of awareness is opening right now, the state we call quantum consciousness. The moment you found this video, something in the quantum field shifted. I need you to understand this. You didn't just stumble upon this content by accident. Something beyond your conscious mind guided you here. There are no random events in the quantum field, only synchronicities perfectly timed and perfectly aligned, pulling you toward the next version of yourself. Right now, your life might feel like a series of choices you've made, or mistakes you've carried for years. But what if I told you that every single moment, even the most painful ones, has been orchestrated to bring you here, to this exact instant? Not to watch just another video, but to awaken something ancient and dormant inside you. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart beating. Notice the subtle energy rising in your body as you listen to these words. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. A part of you already knows what's happening. A part of you has been waiting for this exact message, this exact vibration, for lifetimes. Think about it. How many times in your life have you been drawn to something without knowing why? Maybe it was a song you couldn't stop playing, a place you felt deeply connected to, even though you had never been there before, or a moment when you said to yourself, "I don't know why, but this feels meant to be." That pull isn't random emotion. It's the quantum field aligning to get your attention. It whispers to you through synchronicities, recurring numbers, vivid dreams, repeated signs. And when you finally respond, like you did just now, the entire field around you begins to shift. In this very moment, timelines are rearranging. Old patterns are breaking. New possibilities are opening. Why? Because awareness changes everything. The fact that you are here proves one thing. You are ready. Even if part of you doubts it, even if fear or logic tries to convince you otherwise, you would not be here if you weren't standing on the edge of transformation. But here's what most people don't realize. This window of opportunity won't stay open forever. Your consciousness is in a state of heightened receptivity right now, and if you click away or get distracted, that door might close for months or even years before it opens again this clearly. Imagine standing before a vast ancient doorway. Behind it lies a version of you who is fully awake, fully conscious of the reality you are creating. The door has always been there, but most people never notice it. They walk past it every single day, trapped in loops of old beliefs, unaware they're holding the key to unlock it. Right now, you are holding that key, and in the next few moments, you will learn exactly how to use it. But first, I need you to do something simple yet powerful. Commit to staying present with me through this entire transmission. Because this isn't just a video you're watching. This is a frequency download. Every word, every pause is designed to help you remember who you truly are. You might begin to feel a tingling sensation, a subtle warmth, or even an unexplainable calm washing over you. That's your energy field rearranging itself, tuning itself to match a higher frequency. You are literally beginning to resonate with the frequency of quantum consciousness. So right now, repeat these words either out loud or silently in your mind. I am ready to awaken. Say it like you mean it. Say it as if your entire reality depends on it, because it does. You've been guided here for a reason. And what I'm about to share with you will explain exactly why. This is your invitation to step into a higher state of being, where fear dissolves, clarity ignites, and you become the conscious creator of your life. Are you ready to walk through the door? Because from this point forward, nothing will ever feel random again. You've felt this before, haven't you? That strange, undeniable sense that there's more to life than what you've been taught. Moments when time felt slower or faster. Moments when a single thought seemed to appear in the physical world before your very eyes. Moments when you knew something before it happened and you couldn't explain why. These weren't coincidences. They were glimpses of your true power. And now you are ready to step fully into it. Most people dismiss these subtle nudges as coincidence or imagination. But you've already felt it. That quiet pull, that inner knowing, that subtle recognition that reality is far bigger than you've been told. Deep down, you've always sensed the truth. Reality isn't solid. You are not merely living in reality. You are reality itself, experiencing itself. At its core, quantum consciousness is the awareness that everything, you, me, this very moment, is energy vibrating in endless patterns. It is the bridge between science and spirituality. A living truth that shows there is no separation between you and the universe. You are the universe folded into human form. When we live unconsciously, time feels linear. Past, present, and future appear fixed like pages in a book we cannot rewrite. But awakening to quantum consciousness reveals the deeper truth. All timelines exist simultaneously. Every possibility already exists, waiting for your attention to collapse it into form. This is why certain memories linger with such intensity, or why some dreams feel so real they manifest days later. These are echoes from other timelines, inviting you to recognize and integrate them. Every thought, every feeling, every intention sends ripples through the quantum field. When unaware, these ripples are chaotic and life feels unpredictable. When conscious, you can direct these ripples, steering your energy and shaping reality to align with your highest self. Most people drift through life like leaves in the wind, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. But you are different. Something inside you refuses to stay asleep. You are ready to step fully into your role as both observer and creator, aware of the infinite potential that surrounds you. Here's the most profound truth. Observation collapses infinite possibilities into a single outcome. This isn't just philosophy. It is quantum science. In experiments, particles exist as waves of potential until observed. Your consciousness functions the same way. Where you focus, what you feel, and how you observe, all of it shapes your reality. Your attention is the creative force of the universe. And right now, as you focus on these words, you are already beginning to collapse new possibilities into your timeline. Quantum consciousness isn't about escaping your life. It's about realizing you are both the dreamer and the dream, the writer and the story, the song and the singer. You are the canvas and the paint. And yet this awareness is rare. Most people remain asleep, bound by fears, beliefs, and societal conditioning, never recognizing the infinite self that has always been there. Take a deep breath. Feel it flow through your body, into every cell. You are no longer just a person moving through life. You are consciousness itself, awakening to its own power. Every thought, intention, and choice from this moment forward carries the potential to reshape your timeline. But before you can consciously create your new life, you must first see the illusions that have been writing it for you. And what I'm about to reveal will shock you. If quantum consciousness is your natural state, then why do so many people live their entire lives never touching it? Why do they settle for fear, limitation, and struggle, when deep down something in their soul knows there is more? The answer is simple, yet profoundly unsettling. You've been programmed to forget who you are. From the moment you were born, the world began shaping your perception. Family, schools, society, even the media. They all gave you a framework for reality. At first it seems harmless. They teach you what's real, what's possible, what's normal. But here's the hidden cost. These beliefs become mental walls, trapping you inside a flat version of reality. As a child, you probably had moments of pure awareness. You imagined worlds, felt energy, sensed truths that adults couldn't explain. That was your quantum self, untouched and free. But every time you were told to stop imagining, be realistic, or that's just your mind playing tricks, a piece of your expanded awareness shut down. And slowly, methodically, you were trained to focus only on the physical, to see life as a rigid cause and effect chain, a prison disguised as logic. This programming runs so deep that most people never question it. They believe they are their thoughts. They believe the world outside them is fixed and unchangeable. They think their future is limited by their past. And worst of all, they think fear is truth. Fear becomes the ultimate control mechanism. Governments, corporations, even well-meaning people use it to keep you in line. Be afraid of failing. Be afraid of standing out. Be afraid of breaking the rules. When you live in fear, your energy collapses inward. Your vibration lowers, and you unknowingly feed the very systems that keep you small. This isn't accidental. In the quantum field, everything thrives on attention. When millions of people collectively focus on fear, it strengthens that reality. It's like a radio station broadcasting static 24/7, tricking you into thinking that static is all there is. But here's the twist. The station only has power because you keep tuning in. Imagine for a moment that you've been wearing tinted glasses since birth. Everything you see is filtered through those lenses. You assume that's just how the world looks, but one day you take the glasses off, and suddenly you see colors you never knew existed. That's what happens when you break free from programming. You don't just learn new information. You experience reality in a completely different way. Here's the dangerous part. The deeper you begin to awaken, the louder the programming fights back. It shows up as self-doubt, as people around you saying you've changed and not in a good way, as strange coincidences that seem designed to pull you back into your old habits. Because the system isn't just external. It lives inside your subconscious mind. Think about how many of your daily choices are automatic, how often you repeat the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, react the same way to triggers. It's like running a computer program you didn't even install. Until you become conscious of it, the program runs you, and you mistake it for who you are. But here's the empowering truth. The moment you see the illusion, it begins to lose its power. When you witness a limiting belief with pure awareness, you are no longer its prisoner. You become the observer. And in quantum physics, the observer doesn't just watch reality. The observer creates it. Your awakening is a threat to the old system, not because you'll fight it, but because you'll simply stop feeding it with your energy. When enough people do this, entire realities collapse and new ones rise in their place. This is why your personal shift matters more than you realize. You're not just changing your life. You are rippling transformation through the entire collective field. Right now, take a deep breath and imagine this. All the stories you've been told about who you are, all the limits placed on you, all the fears that were never truly yours, watch them dissolve like mist in the morning sun. Feel the space that opens up inside you. That space is your true consciousness, vast and infinite. You are not your programming. You are the one who sees the programming. And as the one who sees, you have the power to rewrite it. Now that you've seen through the illusion, it's time for the most crucial step, activation. Because awareness alone isn't enough. If you stop here, your old patterns will simply reassert themselves, pulling you back into the same loops within days or even hours. This is why activation is so critical, and why the timing of this message is no accident. Your consciousness is primed right now to make this shift permanent. Activation is the moment when you don't just understand quantum consciousness, you become it. Think of your mind like a radio receiver. For years, it's been tuned to one static-filled station, broadcasting fear, limitation, and control. Even when you try to think positive, you're still using the same broken tuner. The only way to shift realities is to change the entire frequency you're operating on. But here's the beautiful part. The frequency you seek isn't far away. It's right here, surrounding you at every moment. Like a hidden channel on a radio, you only need to adjust your inner dial to access it. The first step is stillness. Most people live in constant noise, mental chatter, emotional turbulence, endless distractions. This noise keeps you locked at the surface level of reality. But when you become still, something incredible happens. Your awareness sinks beneath the noise, like a diver going below stormy waves into a silent ocean. Here you can sense the quantum field itself, pure potential, infinite and unformed. To enter this state, close your eyes right now and focus on your breath. Feel each inhale as energy flowing into you. Feel each exhale as release, letting go of tension and old thought patterns. At first, your mind will resist. It will try to drag you back into stories, fears, and plans. But with practice, you'll begin to notice a gap, a space between your thoughts where pure awareness lives. That space is who you really are. It's not just quiet, it's the gateway to the quantum field. Once you've touched stillness, the second step is observation without judgment. This is different from ordinary thinking. Normally, you identify with every thought and emotion that arises. I am angry. I am afraid. I am not enough. But in quantum awareness, you step back and simply watch these experiences. You see them as energy patterns, nothing more. Just as a scientist observes a wave in a lab without becoming the wave, you observe your inner world without being controlled by it. This is where true power begins. When you stop feeding fear with attention, it dissolves on its own. When you stop reacting to old triggers, you reclaim the energy that was trapped in them. Your focus becomes coherent like a laser beam. And coherent focus is what collapses new possibilities into form. The third step is raising your vibration intentionally. Stillness clears the old static. Observation gives you space. And now you consciously choose what frequency you want to live at. This is done through feeling. Because feeling is the language of the quantum field. Ask yourself, What would it feel like to be completely free? What would it feel like to already live my highest reality? Don't just think about it. Feel it now. Imagine it so vividly that your body believes it's real. Your cells begin to resonate with this new state, and the field responds by bringing external reality into harmony with it. This is why spiritual masters talk about gratitude, joy, and love. They aren't just nice emotions. They are high-frequency signals that open the door to expanded timelines. Finally, the fourth step is embodiment. Quantum awareness isn't just a meditation practice. It's how you live moment to moment. As you go through your day, keep a small thread of attention anchored in stillness. Notice when old programming tries to creep back in. Smile at it. Breathe. Return to the feeling of your chosen frequency. Each time you do this, you strengthen the neural and energetic pathways that keep you aligned. Over time, this alignment becomes your new baseline. Fear may still arise, but it will feel like a passing cloud instead of a storm. Challenges will still happen, but you'll meet them with clarity instead of panic. Your entire reality will begin to bend around your coherence like iron filings aligning to a magnetic field. Remember, activation is not a one-time event. It's a living process. Every moment is a choice point. Every breath is an opportunity to tune into a higher frequency. As you practice, the signs will appear. Synchronicities, intuitive nudges, and sudden breakthroughs that seem magical. But they're not magic. They're simply the natural expression of quantum consciousness in action. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the stillness beneath your thoughts. Feel the infinite space that you truly are. Whisper to yourself, I am the field. I am awareness itself. Let those words ripple through your entire being. This is your activation beginning. But there's something even more powerful than personal activation. And it's happening whether you realize it or not. There's a principle in quantum physics so transformative that it completely changes how you experience life the moment you truly understand it. It's called the observer effect. Scientists discovered that particles of energy behave differently when they are being observed. When no one is watching, they remain as infinite possibilities, like a wave that can become anything. But the moment an observer focuses on them, they collapse into one specific form. This isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a direct blueprint for how your consciousness shapes reality itself. Think about it this way. Every possibility for your life already exists right now. Limitless abundance, deep love, vibrant health, total freedom. These timelines are like countless streams of light flowing through the quantum field. They are all real, all accessible. But only one stream becomes visible. The one you're observing most strongly. Every thought, every belief, every story you tell yourself acts like a spotlight. Wherever you point that spotlight, reality takes form. This is why people feel stuck. It's not because other possibilities don't exist. It's because their focus is locked on repeating the same patterns, collapsing the same old timeline over and over again. The observer effect isn't happening sometimes. It's happening constantly, whether you realize it or not. Here's the secret most people miss. You are not just the observer. You are also the director, deciding what to observe. The moment you consciously choose where to focus, you stop being a passive witness and become a creative force. Let's make this practical. Imagine you wake up in the morning and immediately start thinking about problems, bills, stress, fears. You've already collapsed your day into a stressful timeline before you even left bed. Your body reacts with tension. Your emotions spiral into anxiety. You begin magnetizing events and interactions that confirm this reality. It feels like just another bad day, but in truth, it's you unconsciously observing an unwanted reality into form. Now imagine waking up and taking 3 deep, slow breaths. You pause before the flood of thoughts. You place your attention not on the problems of yesterday, but on a vision of your highest self, the version of you who already lives in peace, joy, and abundance. You feel that state so deeply that it becomes real to your nervous system. Now your spotlight is shining on a different timeline, and the quantum field begins rearranging itself to match it. Opportunities appear, synchronicities align, and what others call luck is simply you observing a higher reality into being. The challenge is consistency. Your old patterns will fight to pull your attention back to the familiar. This is why many people feel stuck in loops. Their focus keeps returning to past trauma, doubt, or fear. But here's the truth. Every time you notice this and gently redirect your attention, you strengthen the muscle of conscious creation. It's like training a wild horse to follow your lead. At first, it resists. Over time, it obeys. Eventually, it moves in perfect harmony with you. Here's a powerful practice you can use starting today. Throughout your day, ask yourself one question. What am I observing right now? Notice where your focus is. Is it on what you fear or what you love, on what's missing or on what's already abundant? This simple act of self-awareness pulls you out of autopilot and back into creation. Even in moments of stress, this works. Let's say something triggers you, and you feel anger or sadness rising. Instead of collapsing into that state, pause and observe it like a scientist watching an experiment. Breathe. Remind yourself, I am the one observing this. I am not the reaction. In that instant, you break the loop and open the door to a new choice. As your skill grows, your focus becomes like a laser, precise, powerful, unstoppable. This is when miracles happen. You'll notice how small shifts in attention ripple outward into massive changes in your reality. A casual thought manifests as a meaningful encounter. A feeling of gratitude draws in unexpected blessings. Even chaotic situations bend to your calm, coherent presence. It begins to feel like reality itself is listening to you, responding to the song of your consciousness. And here's the most beautiful part. When you consciously direct your observation, you don't just change your personal reality. You affect the collective field. Your focus radiates outward, helping others remember their own creative power. Every aligned thought, every coherent emotion becomes a beacon in the quantum web, calling others home to themselves. So right now, make a choice. Are you going to unconsciously replay the past or consciously sculpt the future? Your focus is the paintbrush. The quantum field is your canvas. Every moment is a blank slate. Take a deep breath right now and silently affirm, I am the creator. I direct my focus with clarity and love. My reality bends to the vision I choose. Feel those words in your heart. This is the observer effect in action, and it's been your birthright all along. Now, you might be wondering, how will I know if this is actually working? How can I see the quantum shift manifesting in my daily life? The truth is, the universe has a very elegant way of confirming your alignment through subtle, undeniable signs that ripple into your reality. These are not coincidences. They are the natural feedback of a consciousness operating beyond the old programming, resonating fully with the quantum field. First, synchronicities multiply exponentially. Perhaps the most obvious sign is the sudden appearance of meaningful patterns, numbers, symbols, messages, and encounters that used to seem random now form a coherent web of guidance. You might meet someone who says exactly what you needed to hear at the perfect moment, or stumble across a book, article, or video that contains answers you didn't even know you were seeking. These moments feel magical, almost too perfect to be real. And they are real. They are the quantum field responding to your newly coherent attention, collapsing probabilities into experiences that align with your awakened self. Second, inner calm amid external chaos. Another profound sign is emotional clarity. Situations that would have once triggered panic, anxiety, or self-doubt now pass by with minimal disturbance. You find yourself observing the chaos around you without being consumed by it. Your nervous system begins to operate differently, responding to life with balance and composure rather than reflexive fear. This is your body learning the language of higher frequency, tuning itself to the resonance of awareness instead of the vibration of old programming. Third, intuitive guidance becomes unmistakable. Once you are aligned with quantum consciousness, intuition shifts from subtle nudges to clear, direct guidance. You sense which opportunities to pursue, which relationships to cultivate, and which decisions are in harmony with your highest self. You begin to trust your inner compass implicitly because it is no longer clouded by fear or doubt. Your awareness expands beyond linear time. You start perceiving possibilities that your old mind couldn't have calculated. It's as if reality itself is whispering instructions, and you finally know how to listen. Fourth, old limitations fade like morning mist. Notice how barriers that once felt permanent begin to dissolve. Obstacles no longer hold the same weight, and doors you never imagined opening suddenly swing wide. You realize that the walls weren't real. They were energy patterns you had reinforced through observation. Now that your attention has shifted, the old blocks lose coherence. This is proof that you're no longer trapped by past programming, and that conscious creation is not theoretical. It's demonstrable in your daily life. Fifth, amplified creativity and flow states. Creativity surges when consciousness aligns with the quantum field. You notice solutions arising effortlessly. Ideas flow like streams of light, and actions feel inspired rather than forced. Even mundane tasks take on a sense of grace and ease. You are in flow because your internal vibration matches the rhythm of creation itself. This is a direct indicator that your awareness is no longer fragmented. It is coherent, connected, and in harmony with infinite possibilities. Sixth, heightened connection to the collective field. One of the most subtle but profound signs is the sense of being part of something larger. You feel an unmistakable connection to people, nature, and even the unseen currents of energy around you. Your actions ripple outward, influencing others in ways you may never fully see. This is the nodal effect. By aligning your consciousness, you become a beacon, amplifying coherence in the collective field. Others may feel drawn to you, inspired by your presence, or intuitively resonate with your energy. Your alignment is no longer just personal. It is cosmic. Seventh, a sense of timelessness and expanded presence. As quantum consciousness deepens, Your experience of time begins to change. You feel more present in each moment, yet simultaneously aware of multiple possibilities unfolding. The past no longer drags you down, and the future no longer causes anxiety. You live in a state of fluid awareness, where choice is available in every now. This temporal expansion is one of the clearest markers that you have stepped fully into the quantum observer state. Each of these signs is subtle at first, then unmistakable. They are not rewards, they are confirmation signals, the universe telling you that you have shifted, that your consciousness is now in coherent resonance with creation itself. Take time each day to observe these signals consciously. Journal na kendo bot op synchronicities. Notice the calm, feel the flow, and allow yourself to celebrate the expansion. This act of acknowledgement strengthens your alignment and amplifies the field, helping not just you, but others ready to awaken. Right now, take a slow, deep breath and affirm, I am awake. I am aligned. I feel the signs of my quantum consciousness unfolding. Every thought, every feeling, every observation is now building a new reality. The moment you recognize these signs, you step fully into your creative power, ready to embody the awakened state that was waiting for you all along. You've seen the patterns, you've activated your awareness, you've harnessed the observer effect, and noticed the unmistakable signs that your consciousness has expanded. Now comes the ultimate step, living fully awakened, stepping into every moment with clarity, coherence, and deliberate creative power. Being fully awakened is not a future goal or a distant dream. It is the state of being you can access right now, in this very breath. It is the choice to move through life without being pulled by fear, doubt, or old conditioning, and instead to operate from a place of infinite possibility, effortless alignment, and deep trust in the quantum field. Living awakened begins with anchoring your presence. Each day, remind yourself that you are not merely living inside a body or existing in a linear timeline. You are consciousness itself, the observer and the creator. Notice your thoughts, but don't identify with them. Feel your emotions, but don't let them control you. Every action, every choice is now rooted in awareness, not reaction. This is the difference between a life of loops and a life of flow. Next, coherence becomes your operating principle. Your energy, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, must move in harmony. Coherence is the alignment of heart, mind, and body in one unified frequency. When you are coherent, your intentions resonate directly with the quantum field. You no longer force outcomes. You allow reality to reorganize itself around your vibrational signal. This is why awakened individuals often report effortless success, intuitive clarity, and synchronicities that seem impossible. Daily practices anchor this state. First, stillness and breath. Spend time each day in deep, conscious breathing, allowing your nervous system to reset and your awareness to expand. Second, observation without attachment. Watch thoughts, emotions, and external events as energy patterns rather than defining realities. Third, embodied visualization. Feel the life you want as though it's already real. Immerse your body and senses in the frequency of your desired timeline. Fourth, gratitude and celebration. Appreciate what exists now and the unfolding future. Gratitude amplifies coherence and strengthens your alignment with higher possibilities. Fifth, intentional action. Act in ways that feel inspired, not forced. Each choice is a brush stroke on the canvas of your new reality. Awakening also transforms your relationship with time and space. You begin to sense that past and future are not fixed, linear constructs, but pliable dimensions that respond to your awareness. Decisions are no longer rushed or reactive. Instead, you move through moments with calculated presence, allowing the quantum field to reveal the next step effortlessly. You notice that reality itself bends to your intention, and yet you remain humble, knowing you are co-creating alongside the infinite intelligence of the cosmos. Another hallmark of the awakened state is serving as a node of transformation for others. As your consciousness expands, your frequency radiates outward. People, situations, and even unseen energy fields respond to this resonance. Every act of alignment, a calm breath, a deliberate thought, a choice made from integrity, sends a ripple through the collective consciousness. By holding coherence, you help others awaken even unknowingly, amplifying the field of quantum possibility for everyone connected to you. The awakened life is not free from challenges. Fear, doubt, and resistance may appear, but they no longer define your experience. They become tools for deepening awareness, stepping stones for refining your alignment, and indicators of where old programs still linger. The more you practice, the less these challenges impact your internal state. You navigate life as an artist navigates a canvas, aware of every stroke, shaping your reality with intention and grace. Right now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you can. Feel the power of consciousness expanding from your heart, radiating through every cell in your body. Affirm silently or aloud, I am consciousness itself. I am the creator of my reality. I walk in the flow of infinite possibility. I am awake. I am aligned. I am free. Every action I take serves the highest version of myself and the collective good. Now here's what I need you to do to anchor this awakening permanently. In the comments below, type these exact words, I am awake. When you do this, you're not just commenting. You're sending a coherent signal into the quantum field, declaring your alignment to the universe itself. This simple act programs your subconscious mind, activates the law of attraction, and creates accountability with thousands of others who are awakening alongside you. Every person who reads your declaration will feel the resonance of your commitment, strengthening the collective field of awakened consciousness. But here's the crucial part. You must do this within the next few minutes while your consciousness is still in this heightened state. If you wait, if you get distracted, if you tell yourself you'll do it later, the window closes and your old patterns will pull you back into the familiar loops. The universe is watching right now to see if you're truly ready to step into this new reality. Your next action will determine whether this moment becomes a turning point or just another video you watched and forgot. After you comment, I am awake, share this video with someone you care about. Not because I asked you to, but because you now understand that every soul who awakens makes it easier for others to follow. When you share this message, you transmit frequency, not just words. Each share strengthens the collective web of awakened consciousness, accelerating the evolution of everyone tuning into this frequency. Your life from this moment onward is no longer random or reactive. It is deliberate, expansive, and filled with possibilities you may have thought impossible. Every thought, every feeling, every action now contributes to a coherent field of creation. You are no longer a passenger in your reality. You are the observer, the creator, the awakened soul, stepping fully into the infinite quantum flow. The world is changing. The old timelines are dissolving, and you are part of the wave of consciousness that is reshaping everything. The question is not whether you can awaken. It's how fully you will choose to live in this state right now. Comment, "I am awake." Share this transmission. Step into your power. The universe has been waiting for you to remember who you truly are. The wait is over.